Hi all, welcome to another edition of Flash Talks. It's been a while, but obviously today there has been breaking news at Radio 2. Still not the breakfast show announcement of when that is starting and who's taking over tea time, the drive slot. But some sad news that Bob Harris won't be returning to Radio 2. And I say, as someone, I'm a recently 36-year-old man. So Bob is a name that's always been there, but not one I've been as glued to as others. He's from that golden generation of where presenters were king of radio. And it wasn't until Johnny Walker's death and Johnny's final show, and then obviously transitioning over to Bob, that I really started to pick up on Bob, and his voice is just amazing. I've had jokes when I've done late night radio shows on Reach on Air. Go check out Reach on Air, fantastic place. Um, they call me Whispering Bob because I literally have to whisper doing late night shows because my son sleeps in the next room. So, yeah, they're very few and far between. But Bob, honestly, the Sounds of the 70s show, I just became hooked on when I could listen on a Sunday afternoon. If not, I would listen on replay. I love the shows. I love his voice. It's a real shame that it's having to end like this, but I really hope he is getting the best help. Cancer is, I really want to swear, but I won't. It's a B. Let's put it that way. Yes, I feel bad for him that it's ended this way, but what an amazing career. Just looking at some of his highlights in that video, personal message. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And it was quite an emotional watch as well, because what a career, what a career. And I hope you get well soon, Bob. They have finally, so with that, Sean Keaveney, who's been looking after the show, Sounds of the 70s, is now going to be taking it on permanently every Sunday afternoon, 3 till 5 p.m. And Sean, I think I heard once, but I haven't like religiously caught up on it because I've just been like hoping for Bob to come back, because I don't mind listening to people covering shows and I get a feel for it, but it's always weird when your regular host is not there. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes, but obviously the reason Bob wasn't there was like, I don't want to like preempt and pre-predict that Sean's going to get this job, blah blah blah. So I will be checking him out now on Sundays, because Sounds of the 70s is a great decade of music. I present the Noughties chart show on Reach on Air. I think it's a very underrated decade. I also think the 70s is quite underrated. Lots of people go on about 60s, 80s, 90s, but noughties and 70s are very, yeah, it's a great decade, 70s. So Sounds of the 70s is still there every Sunday afternoon on Radio 2. I was about to say Reach on Air then. I'm getting mixed up. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what Sean does with the show. I'm sure he'll just keep on playing the banging tunes from that amazing decade of music. They finally cleared up what's happening with Lisa Darbuck's slot. She left in, I think it was January. It was very early on this year, before the whole Scott Mills thing, because I remember Scott saying his thoughts on it and how much he loved Lisa and how big a part of the Radio 2 family she's been. And then it was just like she's gone, and it was pretty much Sean looking after the 6 till 8 p.m. slot on a Saturday night. And loads of us radio geeks were trying to guess who's going to get this slot. Is it an opening for Greg James to do Saturday nights? Is it going to be one of these celebrity hosts who I don't really give the time of day because I am a radio person. Some of them are very good at it. Some of them can naturally go, I'm a TV personality or an influencer, to, oh, this radio thing's really good, and they give it their all, but not all of them. We won't go into that. But they've basically removed the slot as it was. So you had that, and then Sounds of the 80s on a Saturday night at 8 p.m. Sounds of the 80s with Gary Davis is now starting at 6. And then, yeah, so I've seen a couple of comments from It's got a big fan base, Sounds of the 80s, from loyal fans saying, oh, that's rumour Saturday night now. I can understand that. If you've got kids or you look after your grandkids or whatever, it must be like that 8 till 10. They've gone to bed. Excuse me. You're then looking forward to that Saturday night experience of looking back at the 80s. But it's now going to be at 6 p.m. It's still there. It works in my favour. I'd love it. I can drop off to sleep anytime. The joys of sleep apnea. And then what really makes me happy is Sounds of the 90s with Fearne Cotton, which I love, and I often listen on a Sunday morning because, again, I'm fast asleep by the time Fearne's show's ending on a Saturday night, which was 10 to midnight. It's now going to be 8 till 10. Vernon is going to have Dance Sounds of the 90s from 10 to 11. That's going to be great on a Saturday night, isn't it? Obviously, I think Fearne's still going to be pre-recorded, same as Verne. And then Dermot has got alternative Sounds of the 90s from 11 till midnight every Saturday night. Don't know when the actual confirmed start date of this new changes are. I'm assuming this weekend, but it might be further down the line. But I quite like that Saturday night lineup, a mix of 80s and 90s. Yeah, I think it sort of works, and it's cleared up the whole Lisa Tarbuck situation. But let me know what you think in the comments, what you would have done with those schedule changes. And once we know who Tea Time host is and who, when Sarah's starting breakfast, there's been a couple of rumours. You go to my other one, she was meant to start this week, but that rumour got squashed. She is rumoured to be starting the first week or the second week of July, 6th of July, I think, which is due to be published next week, those schedules. She has dropped a couple of hints with her book release, but she's not actually said anything. She's teasing us. She's nearly slipping the tongue. They must have something ready, and it's going to be out there in the open soon enough. But we'll find out. She's also said she's prepared the final half hour playlist. So I assume she's going to finish Tea Time very, very soon. But come on, Radio 2, get on with it. But I imagine there could be contract situations. There could be, if it is OJ, are they going to move him down to London? Or is the Tea Time show going to move up to Salford? There's probably a lot of things they have to sort out. So patience is key. I'm sure it'll be sorted in due course. Let me know what you think in the comment section, though. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thank you very much. Flash Talks over and done with.